Good evening, Kenton community. My name is Sabatino Samato. I'm your superintendent, and this is your weekly connection update. Quick highlights in the connection this week. In my section, 3 pieces talking about attendance, a reminder on a superintendent's conference day coming up, and celebrating Native American History Month. Then we get into our safety tips for families. We focus on school and district highlights. We finish off with our recognition. Let's dig a little bit deeper today. First, the most important story in this week's connection is focusing on attendance. Folks, you will hear me talk about attendance over and over again this year. Attendance is the most important factor that is influencing learning from our kiddos. I just want to read to you a very important piece about attendance, and that what does chronic absence mean? And this comes right from the second paragraph of the connection today. To be chronically absent, a child misses approximately 2 days per month. That may not seem like a lot, but let's think about that a little bit differently. As we reflect on this number more, we realize that this is the same as saying that a child will miss 1 day of school every 2 weeks. To break it down further, another way that we could look at this is that a child will miss a day of school every 10 instructional days. Additionally, the typical instructional month only consists of approximately 20 days of instruction. Therefore, being chronically absent can equate to missing a whole month of school every year. Missing only a small number of days can have a significant impact on a child's intellectual and social emotional development. Personally, I know that for every day I miss of work, it typically takes me an additional 5 days to feel caught up. What is the main message, folks? We need to focus on attendance. Ever since the pandemic, we've kind of as a society, we've moved away from the importance of attendance. Kids need to be here. Chronic absenteeism, 18 or more days a year. That's why we focus on that number 20. That's basically all those facts that I just told you. As a parent, I'm a parent myself. Sometimes I don't focus on it as much as I need to. Please look at the research. The article in today's connection goes a little bit deeper. We really need to focus on attendance together in partnership. Then we get into our reminder that this Tuesday, November 5th, Superintendent's Conference Day. That means that all schools, including Universal Pre-K at Hamilton, students will be off. Remember, it is election day. It's a very important day throughout our nation. We will actually use that day to also train our staff. So all schools, including Universal Pre-K, are closed for students. Then we go into celebrating Native American History Month, and November is, of course, Native American History Month, and it's the opportunity to really honor the history and culture, traditions, and achievements of Native Americans. Remember, long before the arrival of settlers in Western New York, our region was home to the Seneca Nation of Indians, the largest nation in the Iroquois Confederacy. And folks, we really get into our Native American culture and understanding. Please check out that piece. And remember, we have our celebrations so that we can continue to educate ourselves on all of our different cultures throughout our community. Then we get into our safety tips for families. Pedestrian safety is huge, especially coming off of Halloween yesterday. And folks, this week we go back to daylight savings ends, so we go back to that standard time format. And what that means, we lose an hour of sunlight at night. We know it's going to be darker earlier. We know that that could also lead to some more dangers for kiddos. So just really take some time to go over this section and how to be safe, like walking against traffic, riding a bike with traffic, obeying all traffic signs and traffic signals. Really get into what earlier darkness can mean for our kids. School and district highlights. Kenmore West to present fall play The Outsiders, November 7th through 9th. Kenmore East and Kenmore West communities come together for rivalry football game. Holmes Elementary welcomes Kenmore West football and volleyball teams. Lindbergh Elementary students and staff practice evacuation drill. Lindbergh teacher performs for students to start the day. Kenmore East and West volleyball teams donate to Roswell Park. Students take part in the Kenmore-Tonawanda Halloween Bash. Hoover Elementary class wins superhero party. And that brings us to our recognition this week. Two of them actually. One, our student Olivia Mock. Let's give a special congratulations. This week we recognize a very talented Kenmore West High School 10th grader named Olivia Mock, who earned the honorable mention at the 2024 NPR Student Podcast Challenge. And folks, very few students are recognized for this, and Olivia received honorable mention. It's a huge honor. Read that section on Olivia. Her podcast actually focused on interviews, focusing on the difference between growing up in the 70s and growing up in the 2000s. It's a pretty cool thing to listen to. Olivia, congratulations. We're so proud of you. And finally, our recognition for our finance staff. On Friday, November 8th, our district will observe National Accounting and Finance Staff Appreciation Day. Folks, these people define the work behind the scenes. You always hear me say that. They really, between helping us balance budgets, helping us make sure that all of our money is accounted for. We're a very large organization, and our finance staff is so very serious about our taxpayer dollars. I just want to congratulate them. We should all congratulate them for the professionalism and how much they take it to heart that we're trying to do the most that we can in Kenton for our kids and families. Thank you to our finance staff. Take this Friday and really celebrate them. That brings us to the end of the connection. And for those Yankee fans, you're as miserable as I am today. And for those Dodgers fans, you're probably going to be happy all weekend. But we are coming into an even more fun sports season here in Kenton as we're finishing off our fall sports. We'll be coming into winter sports before you know it. And I really just want to focus on that camaraderie. That's why we're starting to focus on attendance, folks. You got to be in it to win it. You got to be part of the school community and be there to be part of the school community. So many things can happen in a positive direction just by being in school consistently. And together we know that focus on attendance will make us Kenton strong, it will make us Kenton proud, and it will help us to move Kenton forward. Thank you very much for paying attention today, and have such a wonderful weekend.